Good afternoon, everyone. I'm really happy today that I can come back here again and see you, although you technically only see me and I don't see you at all, but that's fine. Today, we are going to do the so-called creative application of the inferential reading skills. However, before going there, I would like to comment on your submissions from last week. I'm really happy actually to see what you submitted to me. I think you have nailed down the three types of questions in inferential reading: the lexical, the logical, and the elaborative questions. And most of the questions, or all of the questions, were the kind of questions that I wanted to get from you related to the text about the induction of Michelle Obama into the Hall of Fame, Women's Hall of Fame. I'm really sorry. I don't remember the details of the Hall of Fame. However, if there is something you can improve from the submission from last week, it's related to the grammar. Well, it's not my place actually to comment on your grammar in too much detail, but what I wanted to tell you is that some of the questions miss grammatical elements or made grammatical errors. For example, questions about a place, for example, or a time missed one of the elements there. For example, you were supposed to say, when will the award be given? The question that I got was when the award will be given. So it's not in the right order of words, right? So it's not grammatically correct. And there's also missing M is R in some of the questions. Like, for example, why is Michelle Obama the right person to receive the award? The question was, why Michelle Obama the right person? You're missing is. I don't exactly remember the actual missing elements, but what I meant to say is that some of the questions miss M is R, and the others put the wrong order of words in the question so that they were not grammatically correct. Okay, and today I think you are ready to move on to the next level, which is the application of those inferential reading skills into something more practical. Okay, we are going to apply it in our reading, and for that, let me share with you a screen here. You will be applying your inferential reading skills in reading several stories, but you might still remember this picture I gave you from a couple of weeks ago. So the functions of inferential reading skills are to, first of all, to understand the text better, and second of all, to be critical towards the text. And when we use logical and propositional questions, what we get is the understanding of the text. And the understanding of the text that I'm in here is related to your ability to retell the story to somebody else. And retelling the story here is retelling the story accurately. So that's the first part. To understand the story better, or to understand a text better. It doesn't have to be a story. And the second one is related to being critical towards the text. Being critical here means you know what might be missing, you know what might be good or what might be bad, and you know the potential of the text. This one is the area of elaborative or pragmatic here questions. If you ask the right elaborative questions, you will get more about the text than what the text actually offers, and you can be critical. By critical here, I mean you can also pass your judgment for the text. And today, you might be wondering, what's creative inference? Basically, creative inference is the application of the principles of inferential reading to produce or to create something. That's why it's called creative, right? And what is that thing? You might be wondering. And well, the thing is called owning a story. Owning, making the story yours, is what you are going to do. How you do that? You're wondering, I believe. First of all, you own a story by understanding it. We understand it, and finally, we put ourselves into the story. After understanding it, we put ourselves into it. Okay, it might sound quite abstract now, but wait a bit. I'm going to give you the details of how you can understand a story and own the story or put yourself into the story. First of all, what you need to do is you will need to know and summarize the story. To know and to summarize the story, you need to ask or make lexical and logical questions about the story. Questions about what the story has got to offer. If you can ask these questions and then you answer these questions, then you can say that you understand the story and you can summarize the story. Let me give you one example of summarizing a story by asking logical questions. You know the movie The Dawn of Justice, right? It's when Superman is already dead. And what we have is Batman. But Batman knows that there are people out there who are super. So Batman goes to see, first of all, Aquaman. And then he tries to talk to Aquaman until Aquaman finally, takes the offer. The second one, he goes to Wonder Woman. He asks her to come with him and make this league to do something good because the world is under a threat. The third one, he goes to a young boy who can run fast, and that's Flash. He tries to talk to Flash, and eventually Flash is willing to join Batman. Now, a logical question would be, how many people does Batman or Bruce Wayne see to make the league? The text doesn't really say that Batman meets 3 people, but you know, by making inferences, making logical inferences, that Batman has meets 3 people to make the league. So after asking that question, how many people he meets, then you can make a summary like Bruce Wayne meets 3 people to make a league. That's a summary, right? What I told you was long, many sentences, but now after making the question, you can come up with one sentence that summarizes the long process. So that's what you do. You need to understand the story and be able to summarize it. The second one that you need to do is put your interpretation into the summary. And to do that, what you need to use is the elaborative questions. Elaborative questions can be informational. It can be about explanation or explanatory, or it can be also about evaluation, like asking about the quality of something. By combining these 3 elements, then you can put your own interpretation into it, because when you have elaborative questions, you need to use your interpretation, your prior knowledge, and external knowledge to be able to answer them. So that's how you put your story into yourselves into a summary that you have created. And finally, you present the summary and the interpretation. I will give you the details about how to present your summary and interpretation in Microsoft Teams. And I guess that's all from me now. I hope it's clear enough. And let's start being creative by making a creative inference on text. I will give you two texts and please choose them wisely. All right, I guess that's all, everyone. Thank you very much. Bye.